All right, friends, welcome back. We've been touching on some phrasings, riffs, licks, whatever you want to call them. Like I had mentioned in the last lesson, I like to use the term phrasings because it just crosses over so well into other styles without putting a type of a label on it saying this is a bluegrass riff or a country riff. They're all the same riffs. We'll just accent them differently. So we were doing the G run before and giving an example of the bluegrass going to blues to jazz using the G run and the C run. And I'm going to expand a little further on that and maybe take it right past just the G run and continue the run a little further and show you how you could keep going and make a certain riff or phrasing into another style. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with C again. That's where we left off last time, and I was doing the G run type of phrasing, that particular phrasing, which we did blues and jazz. Okay, so if I wanted to pick out another phrasing and play it kind of similar type of way and cross over into different styles. Now that was kind of a cross between bluegrass and blues right there, and if you've been studying the style of bluegrass, you've noticed some of the pioneers that really blazed the way for us had taken a lot of their riffs right from blues artists. I would use Bill Monroe as a prime example of that. A lot of his mandolin riffs, I mean, he even openly admitted to taking riffs from Chuck Berry and using them on the mandolin and then making them bluegrass. So right there, you have a prime example of one of the key forefathers of this style of bluegrass, twisting things up 50 years ago. It's amazing. So, a little C run there. If I was to take that and play it a blues style, same kind of thing. I expanded on that run about 4 more notes and then descended with it. A slow blues, a C7, C9. Same kind of thing. If I took that riff, obviously, and played it bluegrass. A little more intense and fast and probably a little hard to pick out, but same riff. Okay, so I've been showing you right here in the first position. Now if I took this C and I played the bar shape here with the 3rd fret root off the A string, the C here, I did the same kind of thing. You'll see I did kind of a linear walk, a linear slide scale kind of thing down to C to C, which ties right in from the major scale exercises. You can see the major scale or the... Not exactly the same notes, but I am deriving those notes right from the major scale. Now, of course, if I flatted a couple notes here or there to give it a little bit more of a bluesy sound, I did something a little different there, obviously, that wasn't exactly the same pattern. But you can see, playing around, experimenting with some of these things and taking some of these key phrasings that fall right into different styles and try to throw some other notes around them and make them a little more interesting, and besides learning phrasings from your favorite artists, try to twist them up a little bit and make them unique. Right down to the C7 I ended on there. So now if I was to take this C shape and move it all the way down to our third position, C, my root right there on the 10th fret, still that kind of F shape when we walk it all the way up to C. Starting on the C there, if I took that same kind of a phrasing, the G run or blues riff, however you wanted to do it, you've got it right there within that shape. And you can see, like I had mentioned before, about knowing where your root points are, so you can start a riff. Whoops. We'll just throw another blues riff in there for good measure. But you can see how the styles really can cross over together quite nicely, and will help you. It'll help you out tremendously when you kind of break these barriers down and just realize that phrasings are phrasings. They all are deriving from the same principles. So we encourage you to use that knowledge to your fullest extent. Find your notes up and down the fretboard. Start these riffs in different places, different root points, wherever it may be. Mess around with it, twist it up, have fun, and we hope to catch you in the next lesson. And we will expand on some more knowledge of the fretboard and phrasings and riffs. Have us a good old time, as always. Thanks for dropping by, friends. We'll see you hopefully right here next time on musicmoose.org.